This is the biggest trap of self-improvement. Everyone in the self-improvement space is kind of always talking down on you, kind of always saying, like, you're shit and you need to do better. And you go down this spiral of just always feeling like you're not good enough. You always need to be better. And in some ways that is good, In some ways that's beneficial and it will help you. And I completely agree that it can help you. But eventually, you start losing your soul, you start losing your personality, you realize. Really complex situation. It's like you just start losing yourself and your trust in yourself. Even when you can do things like socialize, like fight, like talk to girls, you suddenly feel like you can't, because these people are always talking down on you. They're always talking like, you can't do this, you can't do that. I can do it, so let me tell you how I can, how you can, and join my course. That's what is always going on. And I think it's just so fucked, man. Because I realized myself, I thought I was like socially inept or something, because I kept watching these videos like, here's how you actually socialize with people. You don't know how to do it. You're a fucking gooner. You sit your ass back down and buy my fucking course. So I always thought, oh, that's true. He does seem like he knows how to socialize way better than I do. Sometimes it's just not true. I realize I can't. I can't socialize. I can't talk to people. But it's because I kept watching this shit, and they kept talking down on me, that eventually I started believing them. I started believing that I couldn't talk to people and I needed to improve on that. And it's like a downward spiral that just keeps going down and down. But of course you keep getting better, but at the cost of losing trust in yourself. Because the reason discipline is so hard for you is just because you're not confident in yourself. If 1 week you're fucking locked in doing amazing shit, you feel like, this is not normal. This is not what I usually do. I feel like I'm faking it. I feel like I don't deserve to be so locked in. I don't deserve to get this shit for being locked in. And you go back the next week, you relapse. And, I get why self-improvement YouTubers they really like to, shit talk you. Talk about how shit you are, because it does get to you. It does get you to improve. But the thing is, just because it gets you to improve, and it gets the views, it also leads to an unhealthy way of thinking. You know what I mean? And I find that it's hard to accept shittier traits. Like, you really have to find this middle ground, because of course you shouldn't just accept it and not work on it. You have to be able to accept the shittier parts about you and be able to work on that. That's why I think these self-improvement YouTubers are not fucking talking about. Because every time they do this, you just smash to fucking destroy your self-confidence. You feel like you can't do shit anymore. You feel like you're just terrible, you're the worst in the world. And you need this YouTuber to teach you how to make it up. And yes, it's good. It's good to feel like you're shit so that you'll work on yourself. But sometimes you've been doing the right shit. You've been training hard. You're not fat anymore. You have a good physique now. But yet, you still feel like shit. You still feel like you're not enough. You could be doing exactly what they were talking about. You've done it. But yet, you still feel like it's just not enough. So I want people to be careful, because you have to find this little middle ground between delusion and humility. Like, you have to be delusional. You have to be able to believe that you are better than everyone. You are going to be top 1% in this world. You are going to make a lot of money. Because when you believe it, it truly happens to you. You need to truly believe that you will get these things. But, then it comes to the humility part. Then it's like, you also can't be an egotistical dickhead thinking you're better than everyone. Because that way, you'll never learn. You have to be humble to learn. You have to know someone's better than you to learn from them. You know what I mean? So you have to find this complex middle ground where you're delusional enough to know that you'll succeed, but you're also humble enough to learn from people all around you. Because you're not the best at everything. The person sitting next to you in class is better than you at something. Everyone is better at something. You might be good at something. Someone else might be better at something else. You need to be able, distinguish. You need to be able to figure out yourself. That's what I think I need to do. I feel like I haven't had self-confidence and trust to really get disciplined, to really lock in. You need to have confidence to lock in. You need to feel like you're the shit just to lock in. But I've come a long way. Dead honest, I've come a long way. I used to be a skinny fuck. You can watch the first video on my channel. I was so skinny. And now, years of hard work, I've made it. I used to be a fucking goon. I used to goon every fucking day. Every day. Like a shriek, bro. And I've stopped. I don't. It's just, I've come a long way. And I've gained a lot of confidence. I really have. So I shouldn't let these self-improvement YouTubers just take that confidence away from me. You deserve that confidence. You need to feel that it's yours. I hate that these self-improvement YouTubers, I get it, it works, but we need to take a different approach where you can't just be shit-talking your viewer all the time, making them feel like shit. It'll work, but seriously, you're better than that. You can socialize. You do have a good physique, but of course if you don't, you need to fucking watch those YouTubers. But if you've made it already, you need to take what they say with a grain of salt. Because you're not as shit as you think. You're really not. I thought I couldn't talk to people for like a whole year. Thinking I need to fucking study how this guy talks. I need to read books on how to talk. And it does help. But I realized if I just spoke with my heart, I really could speak with people. And people, I didn't really have a problem to begin with. I made the problem in my head myself. I could already just conversate. I knew how to do it. It was just in my blood. And a lot of people do know how to do it. You just feel like you can't do it because you're not confident in yourself. It's really just that. Because you've been talked down on by all these fucking self-improvement gurus. And if you really don't know what's the first step? Alright, the first step is to get really good at something. It's just to get good at something. If you don't know what to get good at, number one thing to do is always go to the gym. Because if you can look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I built this shit, then you'll feel good. And this music funny as hell. There's a nursery downstairs. The first thing you need to do is build a physique. And don't quit the gym. If you can say something and you do it, the self-trust you'll have is insane. If you could just keep to your word, the self-confidence you have is insane. And one day you'll look in the mirror and you'll be like, I did that shit. That's the accomplishment that gains you that confidence to keep going. Build the physique. The physique's the number one step, the first step to getting your goals. So if you think I'm not cringe and what I said today has a little bit of value, then please subscribe, please like, please comment. And man, go to the fucking gym. That's the cheat code for life, bro. You just need to be able to keep to your word. And if you can stay up physique, you'll trust yourself. Alright, bye.